This video is sponsored by Shebop. Shebop is a woman-owned sex toy boutique for everybody, specializing in body-safe products and education. Visit sheboptheshop.com to shop online or take classes.
Rain, please.
I want to circle back and hit on what Tatiyanna said, because she is 150% right. And those are actually, a lot of those are the techniques that I give in my classes. It's really hard for us to use our words. It's hard for us to use our words in the bedroom, and we get uncomfortable. And I actually offer a number of really concrete techniques to help people with communication. People don't do well with feedback in the middle of the moment. People get their feelings hurt. More generally, penis havers will get their feelings hurt. And I've found that there is a right time and place in the middle of something going down when he thinks he's laying serious pipe and I am a golden god, behold my glory. And you're like, that's great, babe, but could you? And then they like, their penis gets a sad.
Yeah.
So what you do, you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. I like to go after the fact. And some people are like, we should talk about it the next day. If I've been hooking up with you twice a week for half a decade, I'm still going to break it down every single time. Did you like I did that? Did you want more? Did you want less of that? Not everybody can use their words. And it can be hard to sit down and look someone in the face hole and say, hey, I'd really like for you to pretend to be my father while I strap on fucking face. Now, that's just my own personal preference. And also maybe wear a dress too. Hey, it's a party in my head. But I have to be comfortable to say things like that, and not everybody can. We can, right? Do you want to pretend to be my father while I put you in a dress and strap on fuck your face? Because I know how to have fun. You seem interested. All right.
I mean, it sounds like a fun idea. I mean, let me a role play.
It is.
Someone taking notes?
I'm trying to be daddy. You know what I mean?
I have.
I'm wondering.
They're fun. My point is communication. If you don't know how to use words, exchange pictures. A little bit of erotica. Here's a video clip. I don't want to say, hey, I'd like to put you in a dress and strap on fuck your face, because that might make me uncomfortable, but I can send you a video clip of it. Maybe we could try this. You can do top 10 lists. You can find what is the best way of communication. Does texting work? Does email work? Does photos work? Does sharing erotica work? Does sharing video work? You could not be able to tell your partner what you want, but you could be like, can I show you something that turns me on?
Well, this is what's coming up for me, actually. I think I don't even know if I identify as sexually introverted or extroverted. I know that I've gained a lot of skills over the years to be able to communicate about it and to ask for what I want pretty well, but I wasn't always that way, even though I was very open to sex and sexuality and all of it in general. And I remember maybe 10 years ago or so, being with a new partner who actually said to me in bed, ask me for what you want. And I was like, what? And he was like, it's okay. Like, ask me for what you want. And I was like, I can't make those words come out of my face. And I know everyone here was giving good advice on like how to do that without words, but that's assuming that sexually introverted person is wanting to gain tools to do it. I think some sexually introverted people are just like, no, you should just know this should be instinctual. For me, that's what it was. It was like, I'm offended that you don't instinctually know what to do, which isn't fair to that person at all. But I think a lot of people will probably think that way. And if I have to tell you what to do, then maybe this isn't a good fit. Like maybe we're not a good match, which I think is a flawed premise. But I still do think that some people have to still think that way. And so if that's the case, what are some methods if there is a sexually extroverted person who's with a sexually introverted person who's just not budging? Like if you give them that safe space and they're just like, I don't know, I can't, nope.
Tatiyanna, you had your hand raised. Do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, I find that, it's extremely valid to feel that way, especially because when you have the idea that they should instantly know your pleasure, if you if your first interactions were with sex, first interactions with sex were through porn, or maybe with a partner who just kind of went for it and it was like your first experience and you're like, okay, I like this. This works for me. And this is how sex should go. You would instantly think that your next partner should know that as well. But in actuality, they want to meet your standards and go above that as well. And I think that question is such a special one because it validates that your pleasure isn't, it's catered to you. But it's extremely valid to feel that way at first and be like, wait, why don't you just know what to do? But every body is different. And for someone to take the time to say, tell me what you want, it shows that they care so much about your pleasure and they want to meet your standards or even go beyond that as well. But it's, of course, valid to feel that way. And also I found that if you're kind of intimidated to even answer that, because you're like, what the heck? No one's asked me that question before. They just have sex with me and it's fine. And it's, I've had orgasms, it's fine. Or maybe I've never had an orgasm, but at least I'm having sex. So like, it seems like things are normal. I feel like, at the end of the day, when we take the time, like if that question is so alarming to you, like a lot of us have smartphones and they have audio recording, and to just say what you want in that phone and then hear it back in your ears, or just hear like you say these things, can make it more comfortable to even say it out loud, because like, oh, I know what this sounds like now, or I rehearsed it, I played around with these words, and now it feels more comfortable to say it. It's just like everyone here does stage work or speaks to an audience. When we rehearse things, we find that comfort. And I think that audio with like recording into something, playing it back, is a great way to even just start asking for what you want.